BRB UK. Worse teeth, better accents.
Hello, and indeed ahoy hoy, and welcome back to us. We were away for a week, but we are back. Kind of reunited to 2/3 of our full power. I'm assuming that Tim is a full third. You're just having to deal with me, Dan. I'm one of your hosts. Hello, good evening. And also Coleman. Say hello, Coleman.
Hi.
Oh,
It's actually 2 weeks, not one.
Oh, it is. You're right. PHX Renegade, we missed you too. We are live streaming on the things at the moment. What things are we currently live streaming on, Coleman?
We are simulcasting on YouTube Live and Twitch.
I'll tell you who isn't simulcasting on either of those platforms anymore. Never mind, that's another story that we decided not to go into. Yeah, as I said, episode 596 of BRB UK. Good evening, one and all. It's been a little bit of a break. We're still, Tim is still on vocal rest because Coleman repeatedly punched him in the throat after 500 episodes of making too much noise, so he's still recovering from that.
He suggested starting another podcast to edit, and I couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah, which is, to be honest, entirely fair. Mads Borland, yes, it's getting hard to keep up the pessimism now that you're back. But good news, Mads! If you want pessimism, there's a general election this time next week, and we're not going to do it.
Woohoo!
Yeah, woohoo!
Can't wait to talk about that instead of video games.
I know, it's going to be great, but anyway, we should probably talk about video games.
Yes, please.
I can only apologise for my lack of me last week, and therefore the lack of Coleman. Mine was far less exciting. I wasn't recovering from some kind of wrestling-related malady like Coleman was. I
got the Glasgow coof.
You got a coof?
I got the coof from Glasgow.
Did you snap into a Slim Jim in an inadvisable way?
Yeah.
Was that the problem?
I had a great time, Dan.
Yeah, what'd you do?
For those who don't know, I was at Glasgow. My first time in Glasgow, actually, for Clash at the Castle in Scotland. Right. WWE's pay-per-view, or I think they call them live public events now.
The way you said that, the intonation just made me think that there was a bunch of wrestling fans looking at some toilet paper, going, "Yep, we are viewing pay-per-view. It's worth the price of admission."
So I went up on Thursday, and then Friday night it was Friday Night SmackDown, and then on the Saturday it was Clash at the Castle. Very fun day to be had. And on the Friday, there was a woman sat next to me who, we'll say, looked of questionable hygiene.
Lovely.
And she was hacking up some lungs throughout the show.
Nice.
And then she suddenly disappeared halfway through the show. And considering most people, I mean, because we're quite fairly up front, if you were that far up front, then you were likely bought the 2-ticket package. She was missing from
Someone's
the second
doing all right,
day.
Coleman.
It was a present. So she was then
someone's
missing.
other half's doing all right.
She was then missing on the next day. And,
right.
Day after coming back to London, throat's a bit scratchy, and then my friend Mel that I was with messaged me and went, "How's your throat?" I went, "It's funny that I've got a bit of oh my god, we've got sick from that woman." So yeah, got the Glasgow coof.
The Glasgow.
I'm going to take the scarf off now because it's really hot in here.
Yeah. I have not been doing well with it. I'm so glad that that I'm not actually melting in my room today because it's been far too hot. There's been a lot of short shorts going on below the waterline. I'm not going to subject them to you by standing up on stream. I'll let you paint your own little magical word picture of what me in a pair of short shorts might look like. It's very hairy.
Friend, Betty Swallocks.
What? Yes. What? Talking of what? Do you know what I discovered on wrestling notes, actually?
Do you know what I discovered on wrestling?
On wrestling? I was watching the wrestling the other day.
Were you?
Yeah, it's Stone Cold Steve Austin.
What?
Best cat dad ever, turns out. I never realised how many cats there were on his Instagram feed. It's quite incredible. Budjo! Watch it. It's amazing.
Okay, I will.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
If you like,
look,
you are smack bang in the middle of a wrestling cat's Venn diagram, Tom.
I'll have a look.
Yeah, you need to do that. It strikes me as that I'm just surprised you don't know this anyway, to be fair.
I don't really follow wrestlers online and stuff. I just like watching the shows.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't want to peek
The
behind
more-
the
the
curtain
more
and
you-
ruin the magic that they are real
Yeah,
people.
basically, the more you peer into celebrities' personal lives, the more irritating they become. But yeah, last week we were going to record, just Dan and I, but Dan was stuck with work. I was already ill, but I was going to try power through. Try to get some last minute replacements in for the show. That all kind of fell through. Hopefully that's something booked for another time. But yeah, I just got to a point when I'm ill anyway. Why am I?
Yes,
I should
exactly.
let's just take the day off.
Yeah. I
But
was
we're
having
back.
I was having to listen to all kinds of fun corporate speak. That's what I was having to do.
Nice.
Yeah, seriously, the phrases I've heard will blow your mind. Okay, do you know what we've got to do, Coleman? You know what we've got to do? We've got to use blue sky
Synergy?
thinking. You know, the synergy of blue sky thinking to unlock the art of the possible. That's what we've got to do, according to that music
Love it.
comes in. Isn't it? What a steaming part. Anyway, video games. We've been playing some video games. Well,
let's
I've
talk
been
about
playing the same video game. Guess what? I've been sinking.
Oh, Fall
continuous-
Guys.
Yeah, that, exactly. Love it. Mad
Nice.
for it. Can't get enough of it.
Excellent.
Especially the Destiny DLC they have, which was my gateway drug into actual Destiny. I've still been playing that. Been playing a lot of it with Kev, who's somewhere probably in the audience, and Jamie, who's probably somewhere in the audience.
Okay.
And then, man, there is a lot of stuff they crammed into that final shape. Still, I'm finding new things, enjoying it. Great times. But I've had such little time to throw into playing new games. Literally, all I've been doing is just dipping in and out of Destiny like a tea bag from an overfull cup.
I had one of those moments where, you know, when you get sent all these different codes for Game Pass that you can't use
Yeah.
because you already subscribe to Game Pass.
Yep.
And I've tried every now and then. I'll go, I wonder if I can use this new one that I've been sent, and I try to use something, and it doesn't work because though I don't subscribe now, I have subscribed in the past. Out of complete morbid curiosity, tried one, got 3 months extra of Game Pass. So I think I've not subscribed for so long that I can now do the introductory
Nice.
offers.
Nice. I remember the good old days where they slightly messed up something where you could piggyback a load of very cheap or free codes. I think I got like a year and a bit of Game Pass for like 15 quid. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I think if you got like regular games with gold or something, then you could upgrade for a pound. So if you just stacked up loads of it, you could do that. But they've stopped.
Boo! Having to pay for my fun.
They let that ride for a little while. To be fair,
they did.
Couple of years at least. But yeah, I got Game Pass. Unfortunately, I got it a little bit later than I probably should have because I've been playing Steel Wakes the Deep, which I bought.
Oh, okay.
And then found out that it's on Game Pass after
well played.
I bought it.
Did you pay cash money for that?
I did.
Well done.
So this is
you win. Congratulations.
Yeah. Introductory offer. I think it was
more
around
expensive
about like
than
21, 22, I think. Now it's $29.99. But this is available on PC and Xbox Series X and S, and it's as I said now available on Game Pass. Oh, PS5 as well. And I've been playing this mostly on desktop because when you play this on the Steam Deck, it don't like it very much. Yeah, it's a bit fuzzy.
Yeah, does it also kind of make your Steam Deck sound like it's going to take off? I would imagine as well.
It's yes, and it does that thing of you could literally just watch the battery percentage tick down quickly.
Nice.
Yeah. So not recommended for the Steam Deck. But
I have a question for you, Coleman. Do you know what I've always wanted to do in a video game?
Go on.
Skulk around a Scottish oil rig. Will this game help me do that?
Oh, I'll tell you what, you can live out those fantasies now, Dan.
Really? Right now?
That's basically what that is.
Oh, lucky me.
So, if you don't know, this is from I think they're called the Chinese Room.
Right.
They made Dear Esther, which is a game I really liked.
Great game.
They're known for more walking simulators. Dear Esther, great story to it. A lot of people find it quite boring because walking simulator. Everybody's gone to the Rapture, or everyone's gone to the Rapture. That was one that looked absolutely amazing, but kind of had this weird eeriness to it where you felt like you were going to get a jump scare any moment, but you didn't because it was just like Dear Esther. It was another walking simulator, just set in this beautiful English countryside. But they kind of, and kind of spoilers in the title on what the story is that you're trying to piece together. Now, they've kind of taken that eeriness and gone, let's just make a horror game. So that brings us to Still Wakes the Deep. And
So I must say, when you've described it like that, where it's a very slow-paced horror game, it kind of gives me a flashback of, like, are the jump scares like that scene in Austin Powers with the bloke who's going to be run over by a steamroller? You can see it coming, and you've got like 4 hours to prepare for the jump scare. Or
I didn't say it's a slow-based jump scare.
Well, tell me more. I'm intrigued.
It's still got your jump scary type things, although not
Okay.
as egregious as most horror games do. But it is about the atmosphere. It is about like the unnerving nature. If you have played Resident Evil Village, the where you've got that weird, creepy baby thing chasing you around a dollhouse maze, imagine that kind of gameplay, but without the ability to fight back. Just horrible, unnerving things. But this is it. It's like if The Thing, the movie John Carpenter's The Thing, was made in Scotland, or
The Thang. It'd be the Thang. Is what it would be, not the thing. The Thang.
But yeah, true to the Chinese Room's history of games, it is a very beautiful, atmospheric-looking game. It's kind of it sucks you in, and the way that the face, like all the characters are detailed, and the voice acting, all that stuff, it's absolutely top notch. And then they put a horror game in there as well, so it's a lot of kind of body horror, twisted, tormented, like people getting morphed into weird, monstrous blobs and chasing after you.
It sounds
very
a lot
cool.
like middle age, to be honest with you.
Yes, but it's cool. I, to my knowledge, I don't know of many Scottish horror games or
I mean,
films.
let's not kid ourselves. It's pretty niche as a setting.
Yeah.
The Thang.
But no, this is really cool. And because all the actors are Scottish in the game as well. The need for subtitles. They don't just
God
act
bless
as
America.
subtitles. They don't just act as subtitles for the game, but they kind of slight translations as well, because there's a lot of Scottish slang in there as well, which
Nice.
is fun. But yeah, really good game. Looks amazing. It's well worth picking up and playing. It's about you could probably run through it in 4 to 6 hours. I think
through
the
it.
whole thing. Yeah, walking simulator.
See
Stroll
what,
playing game.
see what I did there?
But yeah, obviously Game Pass is going to be the one you want because of the savings there. But if you're not a Game Pass person, then I'd still recommend it. It's whether you want. If the £30 for 6 hours of gameplay at most is going to be in your wheelhouse, but that's completely up to you if you're that kind of a fan of horror.
And is there much in the way of replay value here, or is it literally kind of a one and done, straight through linear story?
I think it's one and done, because the replayability would be to pick up kind of things in the dialogue early on that will then kind of hint to what's going to happen in the game that you might have missed the first time, but all that stuff's pretty much in the first hour. Yeah, so I
probably
can't see
Game
it.
Pass, almost certainly, or a deep discount is the way to go for this then.
Yeah, but
Uh-huh.
really enjoyed it. Recommend
Good.
it.
On that note, one thing I'm actually kind of, although it's not so much horror, it's more of kind of puzzly narrative stuff. I just saw the remake of Riven dropped.
Okay.
So that was that's the sequel to Myst. And the remake of Myst, like
Remember
proper,
Myst.
like rather than the old school kind of pre-rendered stuff, kind of the actual live 3D world version of Myst was really, really good. It's such a good remake. So I'm probably going to give Riven a little bit of a tickle, see what that's like. Might be good on the deck, but I've got a feeling I certainly with Myst can remember needed to get like notepads out in order to solve all the puzzles and stuff. So yeah, maybe the Steam Deck's the way forward there, or maybe I just want to go full desktop for that. But yeah, I kind of feel like it's nice to have something a bit slower paced. Perhaps I'm just getting old. I am getting old. I think that's the problem.
I mean, it's good to have a variety of games in general, but yeah, I like as Kev likes to call them, the artsy-fartsy games. Like, I like to sit down with a Journey, Abzu, or something like that, where it's just a bit slower.
Yeah.
That's why
Journey's
I used to really
so
like...
good. Journey's the... Actually, I know off top, but Journey is the one game I wish I could wipe my memory of playing for the first time and experience it again. It was a really weird thing to say and a really weird accolade to give a game, but that Journey is just, that first time you play through it is just, mwah, chef's kiss, brilliant.
Yeah.
And I know. So thank you, Pence Games, for making us aware that also the VR version of Riven dropped, but neither me or Coleman are Tim. So,
Although I will get that adapter for the PSVR 2 to be used on PC. That's when that comes out. So I might talk more VR stuff because they actually have games on PC.
Don't encourage him.
They actually have games, Dan.
Well, I know they do on PC because they're sure as heck not developing any more of them for PSVR 2 natively. I'll tell you that.
If I could just bring attention to another comment we had as well from PHX Renegade again.
Yes.
This is what I was talking about. This is what I was talking about. Still Wakes the Deep. It said the thing wouldn't last 2 minutes in Scotland. It would melt from all the rain.
Oh, I'm sure.
This is a very rainy game as well.
Technically, I think you'll find it would not be melting or be dissolving unless it was superheated rain coming down from the sky, which I think you'll find is highly unlikely in Scotland. Thank you very much. But,
okay.
Yeah, you're right. The thing would probably not last. The thing would not last. The thing. Actually, we're probably going a bit more Ian Paisley rather than Scotland here.
The thing. More than look like a human, but it's ripped apart and done into with beasties.
You see, I usually my Scottish is yeah, that's it. Yeah, wouldn't maybe not rain, but wouldn't survive in a Glasgow pub. Yeah, a few things do survive in a Glasgow pub.
I did.
Yeah, certainly that's pretty much all we've played this week, I suppose. There is stuff out there, but we are entering into the summer lull of games. It's too hot to be. I actually had to underclock my PC this week because it got too hot in my little man cave of doom. So I've had to underclock.
You talking about your shorts again?
Yes, I'm talking about my shorts again.
I have now I'm a Game Pass subscriber again
Yes.
for a few months. I have reinstalled Gears 4 and 5 because I never finished those, and I know everyone complains about 4, but I want to play 4 before 5, and I want to get ready for the prequel that's been announced during Summer Games Fest. I used to really like those games. Try get back into them.
Yeah, again, it's kind of in its time. Kind of the first Gears of War was just an incredible thing, and there was nothing that held a candle to it, kind of graphically or gameplay wise at the time. But now, I don't know, it's just kind of haven't really done anything to reinvent it. It just feels like, oh, yep, there's some more Gears. That's a thing. Oh, I got a chainsaw and a gun. Isn't that fun? Oh, look, he's chopped in half. Oh, isn't that just like?
I still like that.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I like chopping a guy in half with a chainsaw as much as the next guy. But yeah, I kind of wish they. I don't know. I kind of feel like, did we really need a Gears 4 or a Gears 5? I kind of just wish in some ways they just left it as it was.
I don't know. I mean, Coalition was literally formed so they could do Gears of War games.
Anyway, true. But you could say the same about 3 and about the Halo. Look how that ended up. They should really not be doing more Halo that long.
I will say, 4 is way snappier than I remembered. Like, there's a lot of jerky animations in between getting out from cover and running side to side and stuff. It looks very odd compared to how I thought it played. I thought it looked great. I don't know.
Oh dear.
But I'm looking forward to doing 5 and replacing Marcus Phoenix with Dave Bautista, which is something you can do.
You can. It's quite officially quite good fun. Now I'd imagine all that would be coming to Game Pass anyway, almost certainly. So
it's all on Game Pass, yeah.
No, but even the new one, I believe, is coming down.
Oh, yeah, of course. Microsoft Studios. Yeah.
Sure.
Shall we do some news?
Let's do some news. Excite me with the news, Coleman.
All right. Nice bit of good news here.
All right. I like good news.
Bethesda Game Studios Montreal. I believe they're the second Bethesda game studio to announce that they are unionizing.
Oh, good for them.
So this is over in Canada, funnily enough. In Montreal. But yeah, they've made the announcements, and we should hear about their redundancies soon.
Wow. Wow, Coleman, way to bring it down.
I mean, it's the games industry. It's not that I'm cynical.
This is true. But I don't know. Sometimes it does make you. I know I'm not saying that the UK is the best place to live or work in the world. Almost certainly isn't. But until you hear, certainly when you've worked with people who are based in America or Canada, you don't actually realize how good sometimes we have it. Certainly with any form of workers over in the States or in Canada, they can just be fired, and that's absolutely shocking that they've got to go to these lengths to just get some basic rights. So, that's my my rant. But you're right. The cynic in me says, "Yep, they've just signed their career death warrant." But I think it's good that people are starting to band together and starting to unionize. Oh God, Tim's here.
Tim's here. What did Tim say? He said, the best good news is that I'm not here. Well, not on camera, at least.
Well, that's because Pensive Games typed the letters V and R, and the Tim signal went off.
Shall I?
He was like, "Oh my God, someone's talking about VR. I have to be there."
Just got to do so. Hold on. User Tim Hibbs and
boot.
Cool.
There we go.
Right. Get back to your recovery.
Yep. No fun for you, Timothy. Back in your corner.
This one's quite fun. I liked this because I went down a bit of a rabbit hole yesterday after I saw this this headline. So there's suspected AI art flooding the world of Pokemon trading card game. There was a competition that was put in place, and you can enter, and if your art gets picked, then you can win $5,000 and have your art put on a real Pokemon card.
Okay.
And of course, with anything that involves any kind of art at the moment, be that writing, drawing, music, you're going to get claims of AI fraud because everyone's doing it now.
Yep.
And a bunch of very impressive looking Pokemon art has come about and been entered. And I'm just going to pull it up here. I've done the slides wrong. There we go. And you can see if you're watching the video, there's a selection here where certain people have changed their name ever so slightly so they can do multiple entries and have shockingly good looking art. But when people that look out for this kind of stuff have been going through and breaking down and seeing like certain way that lines are done and recreation or something that looks like it was pulled from another piece of art, because remember, a lot of AI generated content is pulling from other sources and just kind of mashing it all together. Yeah, it looks impressive, but it can be spotted. And I've been going down this kind of a lot of different threads online of people circling different sections of the artwork and explaining why things are looking as incorrect as they should be. But I like the look of it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a little bit. It's like kind of people cheating on their homework using AI. Of course, this is going to happen again and again, just as long as they don't use it. I mean, I've just typed. I've just created my own Pokemon card. I think it looks pretty sweet, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've put scary Pokemon in a field at night. Can I share?
Is it a Gengar? I don't know. Can you share?
Can share.
Well, I'll say while you were trying to share your art, Dan, we'll put it on the fridge. Oh, you done it?
Yeah, look at that. Scary Pokemon in a field at night.
That looks like Skull Kid from Zelda. Majora's Mask.
Silly Pokemon in a fridge.
In a fridge?
In a tent.
Right, while Dan's having fun with that,
I am having the best fun. Leave me alone.
The Pokemon Company, they've gone through, they've announced that some of the entrants from the 300 finalists of the Pokemon Trading Card Game Illustration Contest 2024 have violated the official contest rules.
Look at that. And look at Pikachu's in a fridge in a tent. That's amazing. Anyway,
as a result, I'm going to remove your screen. As a result, entrants in violation of the rules have been disqualified, though they have not said why they are in violation.
So you're saying I'm not going to win with my amazing fridge-based tent Pokemon?
Well, they've already picked their finalists, Dan. I think you might have.
I don't want to know. No, boo!
There's always 2025.
Yeah, there is. Right. Gonna make my millions one Pokemon card at a time. Talking of Pokemon, I'm going on a tangent. I was going to warn you. It's one of those days I'm going to go on.
I love tangents.
You love a tangent. I recently, because my cat has decided it's summer and he needs to wander. We got one of his GPS collar things, which kind of gives you a vague idea of where he is. And it very much reminded me of, remember Pokemon Go from back in the day? It's a bit
I do.
like that with my
I
real
reviewed it.
cat. And it's incredible. So seriously, if you've got a cat who likes to wander, get one of those collars. Literally hours of fun until you try and work out how to break into a building because your cat's got stuck in there. I haven't had to break into the building. Found his way out. But yeah, hours of fun. That's what I've been playing this week.
Also, if your cat's small enough, you can paint it yellow and black and then cram it inside a ball and go, Pikachu,
yeah, then the
I'll
RSP,
choose
then
you.
the RSP, no. Then the RSPCA come round. That's what happens there. Don't do that.
Mm.
Ooh, one's book cover for books hope coming out soon. Pensive Games, congratulations.
There you go. Right, bit of sad news, Dan.
Oh,
We're Forza fans. We like Forza Horizon.
I like Forza Horizon. I like the one in England and
yes.
Scotland and everywhere else. Don't take it away from me, Coleman. Don't take it away.
I'm going to take.
Don't take it away from me, Coleman.
No, this is the future we signed up for. Digital games with licensing deals. They are going to get ruined.
What?
So Forza Horizon 4, that's going to be officially delisted from digital stores on the 15th of December. An additional content will no longer be available for purchase on the Microsoft Store and Steam. As part of the run-up to the delisting, Playground Games have revealed their final roadmap for Forza Horizon 4, confirming that the final series will begin on July 25th and will end on August 22nd. After
DLC,
that, no longer
delisting content.
Mm-hmm. After that, will no longer be possible to access the playlist screen, but fans will still be able to access the Forza event screen along with a selection of daily, weekly challenges that can be used to earn Forzathon points.
So, just to be clear then for everyone, it is not going offline if you own it, quote unquote. Now, here's a question. Here's a question. If you've only ever had access rights to it via Game Pass, do you still get to access it?
I would assume not, which is another argument against Game Pass.
Ooh. Well, I believe I have Forza Horizon 4 just via Game Pass. So I can report back on that. But yeah, it's a shame. Really, really great entry in the Forza. I mean, obviously, when it's kind of in a locale that you can recognise and it resonates with you, it's always going to be more fun. But yeah, I thought it was great. The Forza Horizon 4 title. But yeah, it's a shame. I think it's because all of the car manufacturers are like, nope, you can't use our car images anymore.
It's exactly that. There's DLC that's been taken offline already because of the licensing rights, which is a shame. But yeah, it's going to be taken away from the store. Oh, there you go. That answers your question. It's going to be taken away from the stores and Game Pass.
Well, poop. I bet buy it then if I want to continue playing it.
You can get it pretty cheap now. See the keys it.
Other websites are available.
That is true.
Apparently, it's shot all the way up in the Steam charts as well because people are like, "Oh no, don't take it away from me! Why? Why you take away?" Yeah, Forza Horizon 4.
I did just realize I had a bunch of footage for still for the game that I was playing that I forgot to play. There you go. Woo. There you go. Yeah, that's footage.
It's had a big old peak in people playing it. Look at that.
$10.99 in the Steam sale, which had just started today. Ooh, take a look at that.
I wonder how that plays on my
deck.
Peak.
I think it plays okay on the deck. I remember that being used. Was it that one or was it the Mexico one? One of them was used a lot for
it's probably Mexico
example videos. I'm pretty sure it was that 4. We'll see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pick
Moving
it up
on
before it disappears. Yes, let's.
I put this in just because I've never heard of this happening before. SteamWorld Heist 2 has been unannounced for Game Pass.
Oh God.
Now that sounds confusing, right?
Oh God, that's embarrassing.
So it's they put out a trailer for SteamWorld Heist 2, and at the end where they put all the little platform icons that it's going to be on there was included a platform for Xbox Game Pass. And Thunderfall has had to come out and they've removed the trailer. They've put up a new trailer that removes the icon. and they've had to kind of go, hey, that was not the trailer we meant to release. That was one that we were using before we'd actually
Ooh.
finalized what platforms it was going to, and we accidentally put out the draft that had Game Pass on it.
Oh,
So it was
no.
apparently never intended for Game Pass.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I would say there is probably a likeliness that this ends up on Game Pass sharpish because of people being annoyed by that.
Wow. That's just such not a good look, though, is it?
Yeah.
Wow. That is really bad. Yeah, wasn't there another title recently that was going to be on Game Pass, but they've decided that they've got to hold it back? I was watching that on Skill Up. I can't quite remember what it was, but there was...
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, there is a couple of games that aren't making their way for some reason to Game Pass, or aren't day and date. Yeah, I'll look into that. I'll try and do some live checking. But yeah, it seems that Game Pass developers seem to be kind of cooling off on it a little bit for some reason. But hey, such is life.
Probably. Well, I'm assuming if you've got like the big game that gets put on there, then you get a pretty decent kickback from it. And if you've got an indie game that's not likely to get as picked up, you probably do a lot better on Game Pass. But I don't know. I don't know what the revenue share is like on that platform, like how all that works. But I would be interested to find out more.
Yeah. Interesting.
Because there have been people that say it's not been worth it, and there have been people that said that it's been like it's kept their studio afloat, you know. So,
well, it's always a shame when, or it sounds to me like probably just a genuine mistake. It's just everyone saying, "Oh yeah, it's had the Game Pass logo on there. We'll probably do it," but then forget to take it off the final one. The other big bit of gaming news this week is, and I know this isn't on the agenda, Coleman, so
that's all right. We've got time for vamping.
My apologies. Is the kind of community backlash initially about the reviews of the new Elden Ring DLC, and then everyone backtracking, like going, actually, it's well hard. I'm not sure I'm having fun. Which just sounds like my experience with every Souls-like ever. It's just like, yeah, I kind of like the idea of it, but also I don't want to be made to feel like a useless human being when I'm playing a game.
I'm glad you've brought this up because there's something that's been bugging me in games journalism.
Get it off your chest, Come on, get it off your chest. Come on, son. It's all right.
People. So there are gamers that have not been enjoying the expansion for Elden Ring, and be that, I mean, on PC, a lot of it is technical issues, and then also people that are finding it too hard. But it's getting reported that the game is being review bombed. Now, review bombing is something you do. You give a game a negative review in some form of protest, whether it be that something against the studio or the announcement of a game or a mechanic changing or something. It's a protest. If people are giving it bad reviews because they're giving it bad reviews, it's not review bombing. They're giving bad reviews.
Yeah.
I keep seeing it reported as review bombing, and the majority of the bad reviews are actually technical issues on Steam. So, but yeah, there was a whole thing where initially it was given, I can't remember which publication gave it a not very, a pretty underwhelming review, and a lot of people got annoyed because this game that they hadn't played yet, it's obviously going to be amazing, and then the game came out and went, no, I don't know how to play it, too hard. But from what I heard, so I was listening to Gamers Confessional yesterday, and they said, Clarky said on there that when you complete Elden Ring, you do like New Game Plus, and the more times you beat it, you basically it gets harder and harder. So you like New Game Plus, 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 plus. And they think that the people that are finding the game too hard is because they've gone on a campaign of completing the game over and over again, and then gone to the newer version of the expansion, and it's carried over that difficulty.
So it's basically, right, so you think you're good, do you? Let's see, I'll hold my beer. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of wish I had more tolerance for the brutal difficulty of Elden Ring and games like it. But again, I know some people find it quite cathartic. I just feel that I just can't get into it. It just makes me feel like I'm just being crap at a game. It just makes me want to turn my computer off. Perhaps I'm just rubbish. I'm just rubbish at these games, I think is what it comes down to.
There's one from Demily. It says a lot of people apparently haven't been using a lot of the Elden Ring mechanics like rune arcs and then complaining that entry is too hard.
Well, I wouldn't know what a rune art was if it turned up in my house and tickled me undercarriage, to be quite honest with you. So, yes. So, Cobb's just randomly pulled up some text.
This is so out of left field, but I have to read you this. Pensive Games again. Did you know that the anti-piracy theme tune... Hold on, let's pull it up. Did you know that the anti-piracy theme tune that we like to use...
Which one?
That one.
You would steal a car.
Which she's put in brackets, you would not steal a car. That was pirated by the company that made the campaign. It was only meant to play once at a film festival. There you go.
So was it bootleg or what? Or is it just some kind of really meta arty statement about pirating piracy stuff, anti-piracy? Wow. Why, do you know what it's just got so many levels, that advert. It's like a bloody onion peeling them back. Look at that. It's like got narrative subtext. So bloody meta. I'm so impressed with that tune. Play it again, Coleman. I love that tune. Play it again.
Okay.
Yes. Oh. Thank you, Pensive Games, for increasing my enjoyment of that banging soundtrack. 2004.
Yeah, I'd assuming that the licensing was only valid for one play, and they never re-upped it, but kept using it on DVDs. And do you remember when this was unskippable?
Yes.
Remember?
Oh, I do. Oh, what fun stories we tell in the gaming nursing home at BRB UK. Do you remember when you used to have to turn the tape over halfway through loading a game? There's proper games they were. When you had an epileptic fit as the game was loading and you were looking at the loading screen. Oh, good times. Yes.
Good.
Well, I think we've probably run out of stuff to talk about, surprisingly. Look how efficient this show can be without Tim on it. It's incredible.
Speaking of, Tim says it's called Souls-like, not Souls-alike. Not Souls.
Called Souls-like, not
Souls-like, not
what?
Souls-like.
Back, Tim, sleepy time again, mate. You're talking nonsense.
Thanks.
It's not. Did he really just type? It's not Souls-like. It's Souls-like.
I think it's Tim trying to do a joke.
Oh,
because there's two pronunciations.
Right.
But he's written them down. So
I always find the best jokes are the ones you have to explain at excruciating length.
Okay, Tim.
No, he's not. He's not. Well, we probably then, since we are out of things to talk about, we probably ought to just wrap this show up and give you all a little bit of your lives back, because we're nice like that, but not before you go to tpublic.com/store/BRB. Buy things with my face on it. All of the things with my face. Buy stuff to put on your face that has my face on it, and it'll be amazing. What? 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 What?
It's your face.
What? What?
This
could go on for a while. Let's move on. tpublic.com/store/BRB.
Dan's a fantastic man.
Yeah, go there and buy stuff and things. I don't remember if Tim sent me a thing to say, hey, this is the tabletop game. Let's see if he puts it in the comments while I kind of go through it all. Each and every Tuesday at the Loading Bar in Stoke, Newington, we do Tabletop Tuesdays. When you go there, you can play board games. Tabletop games. And if you play the featured game, you can be entered into a prize draw where you could win a copy of that game to take home yourself. Dan says it's Tiddlywinks. I don't think it's Tiddlywinks.
What?
But yes, be sure to go to Stoke Newington's Loading Bar over in Stoke Newington for Tabletop Tuesday.
I cannot
I've
guarantee.
as much as I could.
I cannot guarantee Tiddlywinks will be played. I'm terribly sorry to get everyone excited.
Tim's talking about t-shirts still.
All right.
Thanks, Tim.
Also, we sold. It sounds like there was only ever one hand printed by Tim. There may be more. Teenage Mutant Old Age Poke Turtles. Your t-shirt of the week.
Yeah, Tim made a t-shirt design. So if you go to, Tim said it now. If you go over to the front page of BigRedBarrel.com, over there you'll see the post for Tabletop Tuesday.
Lovely.
And that confirms that the game is no feature game this week. Social. It's Social Deduction Games Week. Sorry, it's Blood on the Clock Tower. That game. Blood on the Clock Tower, Dan.
Blood on the Clock Tower.
Is that right? Did I get it right, Tim? Yeah?
This is great. Right. Can I just say this is a great slice of internet tonight.
I'm going to try this again next week, and I'm going to
Let's
do this
do
better.
that.
I totally forgot about this.
Yeah, if it's not that,
right.
it's Tiddlywinks. Just put it out there. Just freestyle some Tiddlywinks. Even if no one else is playing Tiddlywinks, just start making your own Tiddlywinks. Play that. Tell them I sent you.
No. We have been blowing the Tiddlywinks horn for far too long, Dan. It's time for a new king to emerge.
Snakes and ladders.
Kerplunk.
Kerplunk. Kerplunk. Jesus, that's a good game. Anyway.
If you've enjoyed the show, you're a bit of a weirdo, but it's a short one, and it's short and sweet, and that might be a bit more tangible.
That's slightly overselling its merits, but,
Go over to BigRedBarrel.com. Over there, that's where we keep these shows. We also keep other things of content over on the internet, but also you can find links to our social media, such as Facebook, Threads, X, which are all at Big Red Barrel. Twitch as well. Twitch is with Big Red Barrel. And we've got a YouTube called Big Red Barrel TV. We've also got a link to our Discord. You can go over to Discord. You can chat to us. You can take part of our gamer nights. And you can even give us some what do you want to call them? Questions. I forgot the words for the moment because all these things are popping up on the.
It's
on the
like
thing.
I've enough of this crap with teams at work, and now I'm having to keep track of a chat while podcasting.
Tim's having a go at me. I got it wrong. I've read the page wrong. It doesn't. It
Right.
says it says here.
Oh God. Blood
on the Clock Tower, and then it's all the way down here. Oh, that's much easier. Okay, so in the future on the page in the past, the featured game is Jurassic Park Danger.
Right.
You could go and win a copy of Jurassic Park Danger at the loading bar in Stoke, Newington. Is that better, Tim? Are you happy now, Tim? Are you?
I haven't had more than 3 balls, but you can have 3 balls at once.
He's just typing furiously away on his phone as we speak. We probably ought to start wrapping this show up. Do drop us a line on all of the places that Coleman said. Leave us a nice review, as Coleman said. And come join our Discord. There are links on the Big Red Barrel front page or discord.com/Mintuhafwa, as I like to try and always pronounce our randomly generated URL. Earl. So we're going to go, really, because it's far too hot already in my little room. And I want to go and have a lie down and put ice packs down my pants is what I want to do. That's going to make me happy.
Join us next week where AI Tim joins us to read the Tabletop Tuesday announcements out.
Cannot resist the dicks.
I'm very impressed with the level of restraint you have shown by not just turning Tim into an AI bot for the whole thing.
I was tempted. I've been a bit busy. I've got stuff to do, you know.
Right, we are going to go. Thank you for tuning in if you're watching us live, or thank you for downloading us if you are watching us not live or listening to us not live. We will hopefully all be back next week. Well, not all of us. It'll just be me and Coleman again, I believe. But we will be back, hopefully, having played some stuff and some things. So
both stuff and things.
Both stuff and things. So really, all that is left is to remind you that I have been Dan.
I have been Jurassic Park Danger, the tabletop sensation game at Tabletop Tuesday at the loading bar in Stoke, Newington, this Tuesday.
Hey, I hear if you go to the loading bar at Stoke Newington this Tuesday, at Tabletop Tuesday, you can win a copy of Jurassic Park Danger. Is that right, Coleman?
That's right, Dan. That's what I've heard.
Excellent.
Word on the street is that you can play Jurassic Park Danger at the loading bar in Stoke Newington.
Do you reckon this has made it up to Tim for us forgetting this bit yet?
No.
Probably not.
Nah, he bears a grudge. Right. thank you everyone for coming along. Lovely to speak at you. And until next time, dear listeners, doodle bye.
For the podcasting goodness that you just heard. Why not roll on over to BigRedBarrel.com for more podcasts, news, reviews, and videos from the biggest, reddest site on the internet. BigRedBarrel.com.
They capitalized. They capitalized this word 3 times in their tweet, which means this must be Destiny 3. They capitalized the word hope. And the
Destiny
word hope
3,
was in that Paul McCartney
a new
song.
hope.